In today's video, I'll be sharing 20 reasons why you may have an excess of belongings in your life. I'll also provide tips on decluttering and embracing minimalism to create a home environment you truly enjoy. Let's begin. 1. One common obstacle to decluttering is the belief that if we can't do it perfectly, we shouldn't start at all. This mindset holds us back from clearing our spaces and creating our ideal environment. However, it's important to remember that progress can be made through small steps, and these small actions are valuable. Don't let perfectionism or an all-or-nothing mindset hinder your progress. Focus on the little things you can do. 2. Impulse buying is another factor contributing to excess stuff. Sometimes we purchase items without considering how they fit into our lives, resulting in seldom use or regrets. Retailers employ various tactics to encourage us to buy more than necessary, such as loud music or strategically placed checkout items. Be mindful of these manipulations and avoid the mentality of buying first and figuring it out later. Often, you won't end up using or returning the item, leading to unnecessary clutter. Instead, put the item back, take a picture if needed, and give yourself time to reflect before making a purchase. 3. Loss aversion, the tendency to prioritize avoiding losses over seeking gains, can prevent us from decluttering. We fear letting go of things because we perceive it as a loss. However, it's essential to recognize that decluttering offers gains too. By removing clothing that no longer fits or is never worn, you gain space in your closet and a more satisfying wardrobe. When decluttering unused kitchen gadgets, you gain a more efficient and organized kitchen. Flip the script and focus on the benefits of decluttering rather than fixating on potential losses. 4. Feeling lost or uncertain in other aspects of life can lead to using possessions as a security blanket. Significant life changes may trigger a desire to shop or hold onto things, even if they are unnecessary. If you're feeling lost in your career or other areas, identify the source of those feelings and be mindful of how it affects your relationship with your belongings. Recognizing this connection can make a significant difference in your decluttering journey. 5. The fear of uncovering hidden pain points can also hinder decluttering progress. We may avoid decluttering certain areas because we worry about confronting items associated with past experiences or emotions. However, it's important to start somewhere, even if it means tackling a small portion at a time. Begin by looking at a few items, then close the door and continue the process gradually. Decluttering can be emotionally challenging, but taking action is essential for change. 6. A scarcity mindset, driven by the fear of not having enough, often leads to accumulating unnecessary possessions. Holding on to things due to this mindset only adds to clutter and prevents us from living a simpler, more minimalist life. Recognize that things will be okay even if you let go of certain items. Assess the likelihood of needing them in the future and consider alternatives. 7. Feelings of guilt or ingratitude may arise when letting go of possessions. This is a common experience, especially when items have sentimental value or were gifts. However, trust your instincts and listen to your heart. If you genuinely feel the desire to let go of an item and it no longer aligns with your life or home, let it go without guilt. There's no need to hold on to something out of obligation or negative emotions. 8. The reluctance to waste money spent on items is another reason for holding on to unnecessary possessions. Remember that you have two choices: use the item or declutter it. Selling it may be an option, but be prepared that the return might not match your initial investment. The best gift you can give yourself is to declutter the item and learn from the experience, preventing similar purchases in the future. Keeping it around won't put money back in your pocket. 9. Insecurities play a significant role in excessive shopping. Marketers often target and exploit our insecurities to sell products. Recognize when you're being influenced by insecurities and be aware of the intentions behind your purchases. There's a difference between buying a skincare product because it genuinely benefits you and buying multiple products in hopes of finding a magic solution to your insecurities. 10. Not assigning a home to your belongings or failing to put them back in their designated place contributes to clutter. Items that continuously float around or get lost can create disorder in your space. Assign a specific place for these items and develop the habit of returning them to their designated spots immediately after use. This tip is also useful for maintaining a clutter-free environment after significant decluttering efforts. 11. Decision fatigue can make decluttering overwhelming. The process requires making numerous choices, which can be mentally draining. However, with practice, decision-making becomes easier. Begin with easier decluttering tasks to build your decision-making skills gradually. Soon enough, you'll become a decluttering pro. 12. One major obstacle is procrastination. Sometimes we have a lot of stuff lying around because we keep postponing taking action on them. As a self-proclaimed procrastinator myself, I can relate to this challenge. If you have items you still want to sell, bring to the tailor, or donate, try scheduling specific times in your calendar to accomplish these tasks. Taking action will give you a sense of accomplishment and make you feel better. 13. Another obstacle is holding on to things that you can't sell, donate, or recycle. You might feel reluctant to throw them away due to environmental concerns or feeling like an ungrateful person. Remember, the stuff you own affects your daily life more than you think. It's great to try giving things a second life and declutter responsibly, but sometimes that's not feasible. In those cases, it's perfectly okay to let go and learn from the experience. 14. Minimalism has taught me that just because we appreciate something's beauty or pleasant scent in a store doesn't mean we have to own it. There are many nice things out there, but buying everything we find appealing would lead to excessive possessions. It's essential to be mindful of assigning too much meaning to our belongings. Sentimental items are particularly challenging to declutter, but taking your time and only keeping the truly important ones will help you enjoy them to the fullest. 15. If you struggle with trouble clutter, such as paper, surface, or clothing piles, implementing a system can be beneficial. For instance, having a designated bin for papers or finding easy solutions to tackle specific clutter areas can make a significant difference. Remember, it's not about moving things around, it's about genuinely decluttering and owning fewer items. 16. Sometimes our past experiences influence our relationship with possessions. If you grew up struggling to acquire basic necessities, you might find yourself buying a lot of things now as a way to compensate. Additionally, the fear of letting go and not having items you might need in the future can be deeply ingrained. Recognize these thought patterns and reflect on how you want to approach minimalism moving forward. 17. Saving items for special occasions instead of using them up often leads to hoarding and accumulating more stuff. Personally, I had a collection of perfumes that I rarely used, and they eventually lost their scent. Remember to enjoy the things you own by using them regularly and only replacing them once they're fully utilized. 18. While sales can be tempting, it's crucial to assess if the item is something you genuinely wanted or needed in the first place. Don't fall into the trap of buying unnecessary items just because they're on sale. 19. Misplacing items in the wrong rooms can complicate organization and make it harder to keep things tidy. Consider rearranging items to ensure they are conveniently located in the rooms where you use them the most. 20. Lastly, it's essential to understand that not everyone shares the same interest in decluttering. Different people have different values, and that's perfectly fine. Instead of trying to convince others to declutter, focus on your own journey and set a good example. Communicate and compromise with those you live with, showing them the positive impact decluttering has had on your life. I hope some of these obstacles resonate with you, and if you have any tips for overcoming them, please share them in the comments section below. As always, feel free to ask questions and engage in conversations. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.